I mean, are Americans going to be okay with Musk? Oh, okay. a guy nobody voted for having all this kind of power. And, you know, yeah.
I think this is what he's doing. You know, I've given so much thought to it when we first started learning about Elon Musk now being a special government employee, which means he has top security clearance, but he doesn't have the obligations that a full federal employee has, so he doesn't have to give the same amount of disclosure.
Did The View mess with Elon Musk once again? Tesla and ex-boss isn't letting this slide again, and the drama is exploding. What did they say that pushed him over the edge? And how bad is this gonna get? You wanna know the answers? Come on then, because this is wilder than you think.
And as we speak, the world's richest man, Elon Musk, has full access to the U.S. Treasury federal payment system, and Democrats are ringing the alarm bell. Take a look.
Before our very eyes, an unelected shadow government is conducting a hostile takeover.
All right, so here's what went down on The View. Whoopi Goldberg and the crew took a big swing at Elon Musk, making it sound like he's some secret overlord pulling strings behind the scenes. They claimed he has full access to the U.S. Treasury's federal payment system, and Democrats are freaking out about it. Whoopi then played some clips of news anchors and commentators calling this a hostile takeover of the government and painting Musk as some kind of financial bogeyman. Now, apparently, everyone is suddenly concerned that Musk and his rich buddies now have access to your personal data.
Elon and his handful of friends now have full access to your personal and financial information that's in the system. Your payment history, your social security number, your bank account numbers.
And, according to these folks, he could just slurp it all up for his own benefit. Now, others are wondering, why are they talking about this now? I mean, didn't Elon know about all this from the start? Did he do anything with that? No, right? The View is making it sound like Musk now has his hands on the entire federal banking system, with the ability to snoop on people's money and basically run the economy as his own private casino. That's some serious shade. And even if it were true, yeah, people would have a right to be worried. But the way they presented it, and the timings, that's just asking for drama.
Elon now has the power to suck out all of that information for his own use.
Yeah.
So, the White House, however, is claiming that they're keeping his power in check.
And we all know that the government does work with private companies, including ones Musk is involved in, but this idea that he's sitting in a dark room and pulling up your bank info like a movie villain, not exactly how this works. The US Treasury system has layers of security and oversight, and no single person, even Musk, can just take over. People are starting to question why they are going after him now, all of a sudden. Let's be real, Musk has been a huge critic of mainstream media and certain political figures, and The View tends to go hard on people they don't like. He also owns X, Twitter, which means he controls a platform that used to be run by people who were more in line with The View's political views.
A coalition of 13 state attorneys general plans to sue the Trump administration over Elon Musk's access to the Treasury Department. New York State Attorney General Letitia James announced the suit yesterday, calling Musk and his Doge team's access to bank accounts and social security data unlawful.
Ever since he took over, he's been shaking things up, and not everyone's happy about it. So, is this just another hit piece? Or another Ames The View found and targeted on? So Whoopi basically said, don't worry guys, the White House is keeping Musk in check. Then they rolled a clip of the president answering a question about Musk's access to the Treasury's payment systems.
Take a look.
Mr. President, why is it important for Elon Musk to have access to the payment systems at Treasury?
Well, he's got access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if we agree with him, and it's only if we agree with him. He's a very talented guy from the standpoint of management.
Now, the president's response was a bit all over the place. The government still holds the reins, and Musk isn't out here making solo moves. What's funny is that after all the dramatic buildup, the president's response was pretty neutral, even giving Musk some credit. That kind of takes the breath out of The View's whole dangerous billionaire takeover angle. Whoopi then asked this on the show, and guess what? Everyone just busted out laughing, saying no.
Are Americans going to be okay with Musk? Oh, okay. a guy nobody voted for having all this kind of power.
The way they frame it, did you hear how she said, a guy nobody voted for? Before it was just Trump, now they have pulled Musk in their hatred session as well, throwing the biggest shade at him and his companionship with Trump. I mean, has Musk been handed the keys to the country's bank account? On the other side, some see this as nothing more than the government working with a private businessman, which happens all the time. And since the White House is saying they approve or deny his involvement where needed, some believe this is being blown out of proportion. So, is this a scandal or just business? Before you answer, let me show you what Whoopi said next.
The news outlet Wired found out that at least 6 of the gentlemen on Elon Musk's team are between the ages of 19 to 24 with little or no government experience.
Oh, Whoopi really went for it with this one. She directly mocked Musk's team, making it sound like he just pulled a bunch of random teenagers off the street to handle major government business. The whole no college, no experience thing, yeah, that was definitely meant to make people gasp.
And one is in college. I mean, who are these people and why do they have access?
Well, first of all, age doesn't always equal incompetence. There are plenty of young tech geniuses running billion-dollar startups. And let's be real, some college grads with fancy degrees still don't know what they're doing in the real world. Now, if these guys are actually handling sensitive government work with zero oversight, that would be wild. But haters are saying that The View didn't exactly drop any proof that Musk is letting rookies run the Treasury. Instead, it felt more like a jab of their personal hatred at him. They made it sound shady without fully explaining what these young employees even do. And guess what Sarah said? Well, don't guess. Have a look instead.
Well, they don't. What they're doing is actually illegal. Everyone knows that the separation of powers allows for Congress to decide. They have the power of the purse. This is money that was already allocated from taxpayer money.
Oh, Sarah went full wild on him. She threw in some history, brought up Nixon, and made it sound like Musk and Trump are tag-teaming some secret plan to mess with taxpayer money. Then she threw a little extra spice by asking why people aren't freaking out more about this. But here's the thing, she made huge claims without fully explaining how Musk is actually breaking the law. Saying this is illegal is easy, but where's the proof? If there's a real violation, wouldn't someone be taking legal action? Also, dragging Trump into it is just their casual routine checkup, right? And let's talk about the distraction angle. She made it seem like Trump is throwing chaos everywhere, so people don't notice the real scandal with Musk. That's a bold claim, but again, no receipts. And this isn't a small claim to make on someone this big and famous. But this isn't where it ends, because Sunny Hostin just dived in and we all know what she is known for. Blaming and shaming.
The same amount of disclosures, he has less conflicts of interest. And it seems to me that when I put my legal hat on, what Donald Trump is trying to do is he's trying to expand the powers of the executive branch.
Oh, here we go again. Sunny, the official roster of The View, is back at it. As everyone says, she never misses a chance to turn things into some end-of-the-world disaster. This time, she made it sound as if Musk is some top-secret government spy with special powers, and Trump is out here rewriting the entire Constitution like he's got a magic pen. And of course, Whoopi had to jump in with her classic "it's in the toilet" line, because why not add some extra drama? Now, let's slow this down. First of all, special government employees aren't some shady underground thing. Commentators are saying that Sunny basically meant Musk is sneaking around with no rules, but isn't that just how these rules work?
Judicial branch is the Supreme Court, which he has packed with loyalists. So in my view, I think he's causing a constitutional crisis intentionally.
So Sunny really said this. And if the Supreme Court even dares to rule on it, boom, America collapses. That's a huge leap. Now, looking at it fairly, concerns about too much executive power aren't totally out of nowhere. Every president pushes limits, and if Musk has real influence over major financial systems, people are obviously going to have questions. That's fair. But the View tone? It wasn't a serious debate. It was shading and mocking talk, which will only create controversies, and they all know it very well.
He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Just take over.
If this situation is really that dangerous, why not focus on actual legal details instead of just hyping up fear? The way they spun it, you'd think Musk and Trump are plotting America's downfall. In reality, it's probably a lot more complicated and way less dramatic than they made it sound. But nothing more dramatic than what I'm about to show you. This isn't the first time The View took a shot at Musk. Previously, Whoopi aimed at Musk and said that Musk believes he is a president. Insulting him this badly only shows Whoopi's worth. No? Have a look.
I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president. I called him president.
Oh wow, The View really can't make up their minds, huh? First, they painted Musk as some evil hacker secretly collecting everyone's personal info like a supervillain. Now, Whoopi is out here saying he thinks he's the president, or maybe the vice president or something because, according to her, J.D. Vance, Trump's running mate, is basically invisible. And then she drops some random staircase joke. I mean, is this some kind of movie going on? What even was that? This whole take set people off in every direction. Some laughed it off saying, oh, Whoopi is just talking nonsense again. Others actually took it seriously, wondering if Musk is secretly planning to take over if Trump gets removed. And then you had the ones just rolling their eyes like, wait, so is he a dangerous hacker? Or is he trying to be president? Pick a lane. But seriously, why Musk? He's rich, he's powerful, and yeah, he's definitely got influence, but why is he suddenly the guy they think is next in line for the White House?
Access to bank accounts and Social Security data unlawful. A federal judge yesterday signed an order limiting two of Musk's allies to read-only access to Treasury Department payment systems.
At this point, it feels like they just love keeping Musk in the villain role no matter what the story is. First, he's the data thief, now he's the wannabe president, and who knows. Next week, they might say he's building a moon base to rule from space, because you never really know what The View hosts are doing next and who they are aiming at next. So, what's the deal with Whoopi calling Musk president, or acting like he's secretly running the country? Well, she isn't the only one who called him a president. Guess who did it too? CNN. Yup! They had their fun by mocking him with the nickname President Musk, while Fox News took a different angle, pointing out that he's one of the most powerful people in US politics without ever being elected.
So you think it's Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways.
And you know what people are saying now? They are saying that this is just a way to keep Elon Musk in the headlines. Some people are actually saying that The View is helping Musk to stay in the headlines so that he remains famous and people keep talking about him. This is wild, isn't it? Imagine if this is true. At the end of the day, does Musk really want political power, or is this just a case of people overhyping his influence? And if he did want it, would anyone actually vote for him? So what's really going on here? Is The View just obsessed with Musk? And why do they keep switching the narrative? One day he's a dangerous hacker, the next he's trying to be president, which is it. If Musk actually wanted political power, could anyone even stop him? Or is this all just a wild conspiracy for TV ratings? Do let us know your views in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.